Cubic 851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on DJ's Aviation. For well over a year now, one of the most talked about rumours is in regards to British Airways and their interest in the Airbus A380. While the airline already flies the type, every few months, articles and comments would appear from the British Airways CEO and other high-ranking employees, stating that they were interested in taking on board second-hand A380s. Interest in the second-hand market for the Airbus A380 has been rather lacklustre, with the A380 overall posing a great risk to many airlines who may not only be able to not fill the aircraft, but also find the perfect route to fly it on. This is why the Airbus A380 is seen on only a select few services with most carriers. And really, we only see major players flying the type. The aircraft serves a fantastic purpose for the airlines flying it, but it's really only attractive to a select few. In January of this year, it began to look increasingly likely that would see British Airways make a new order for the type. John Leahy, who was the former head of sales at Airbus, said that they were expected to welcome on one more order for the Airbus A380 during this year. It is very important to note that these comments were made a month before production was announced. While they didn't name the airline, many believed it to be British Airways. This was simply by putting two and two together. Purchasing either a new Airbus A380 or even second-hand A380s was set to benefit British Airways greatly at its hub London Heathrow. After all, Heathrow is full and running on max capacity. With limited slots, the A380's capacity would allow British Airways to fly into its regular routes, but with more seats. This can be especially noted with its services to America. The A380 order, though, went quiet throughout February until the 28th of the month, when Boeing and British Airways announced that the International Airlines Group had signed a deal for up to 42 777X aircraft. The news of this order for the 777X for many was expected, but also looked to mark the end of the rumoured new A380 order, especially after this announcement was made just days after production for the A380 was announced to be ceasing in 2021. A new article published by Flight Global, a very reputable source for aviation news, which will be linked below, has shed more light on why the airline chose to not opt for the Airbus A380 again, and the overwhelming reason was that it simply was not going to be competitive enough for them in the future. The Boeing 777X simply was a great option for them. Alex Krys, the chief executive, was the one who shed light on the uncompetitive nature of purchasing additional A380s. In addition, Mr. Krys said that the cost of the cabin reconfigurations would be exponentially too high for them in the long run. He specifically said, though, during a Royal Aeronautical Society lecture, the following: "The proposition that Airbus put forth simply did not even come close to comparison with the Boeing offer. And that was a combination, as rumoured in the press, of new aircraft and used aircraft, etc." To put it simply, if British Airways wanted to take a second-hand aircraft, say the A380, on at a reduced price, they would get the aircraft, but not in their cabin configuration. They'd therefore have to fork out tens of millions to reconfigure the aircraft, automatically bumping the price of the overall aircraft up from its originally cheaper starting price. What are your thoughts though? Would you have liked to have seen more A380s with British Airways, or do you believe the 777X was the best alternative? At the end of the day, something I'm very much for is variety, so we know that they're operating the Airbus A380, but introducing the 777 into the mix is a big boost for aviation enthusiasts who will now have more aircraft to spot. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning into another one of my videos, and I do very much look forward to you all joining me in the next one.